To all the children, the staff, parents, guests and dignitaries, and all fellow Indians living in India and abroad. We wish you all a very happy Independence Day. And I believe that this Independence Day would not just mark a moment of celebration, but it would lay the path for a better future for every Indian living in every corner of India, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, ideologies, social or economic status. An India that would give everybody an equitable opportunity to live with dignity, with freedom, with security, with opportunities, to realize their true potential is the India that we would see in the near future. With this prayer, with this wish, I once again congratulate everybody on this momentous occasion of completing 75 years of independence and celebrating the beginning of amrutakaal, as has been told by the Prime Minister. The next 25 years that are going to follow, leading up to 100 years of independence, is going to be celebrated as amrutakaal, the immortal time in the history of India. But what does that truly mean is the question that we must ask. Just now a boy spoke and very clearly said, Tyage naike amrutatva manashuhu. By immortality is attained only through selfless sacrifice, not by any other means. So while immortality can be looked at physically when people are free of diseases and they are not facing situations that can lead to their death or mortality, be it mothers, be it children, be it elderly people, be anybody. That is not the Amrutkal we are talking about. That is one aspect of it. A nation that is secure and safe for its women, for the weaker sections of the society, so that they don't face extinction or suffering. That is also an Amrutakal, but that is not all that we are looking at this point in time. The true Amruta, as our scriptures describe, is the immortality that is attained by sacrifice, which is the knowledge of the self. Bodies will perish, bodies will die. And therefore, we can't make a nation immortal by making all the people immortal physically. But a nation will become immortal when its values remain immortal and embedded in the hearts of its citizens. And our greatest value of our nation is our spirituality. And all other values ensue from that spirituality. Kindness, goodness, compassion, patriotism, sacrifice, service, everything else emanates out of that one core value of spirituality. When we feel that we are all one, we experience that spiritual oneness, that is true Amrutakal. And that is what India stood for, and that is what India stands for and will continue to stand for all times to come. Its spiritual heritage, passed on to us by our great sages and seers from the past, and now being propagated by institution of our likes across the country and the world. And it has to be taken forward, as our Narsimurti said, by you people, by you, the youngsters, who have to practice these values and not merely preach. In fact, one of the boys very clearly told, by giving speeches, we are not going to attain anything. But by practicing those values, we will attain everything. While I had thought of saying many things to you today in terms of what we are as Indians and what we stand for and what we should be doing in the future and how we are going to celebrate the Amrutkal, and not just 100 years. 100 years is a very small time frame in the whole lifespan of India, which is thousands of years old. So it is a very small time that we are planning to celebrate. But how do we celebrate is something that we all can deliberate and think for ourselves. But one message that I want to give on this particular day to every one of us is the message of perfection in every action that we do. No mediocrity. Oftentimes we are satisfied with little achievements and settle down for much lower than our potential. And that is where a huge amount of our energy, our potentiality is wasted. And India, which is full of so much energy, enthusiasm, so many youngsters, must be an India which should aim for perfection. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. And if each one of you strives for that perfection, as Rabindranath Tagore says in his poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear, he says, where tireless striving stretches his arm towards perfection, where the mind is led by thee into ever expanding thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. We have achieved much in this country, economically, materially. Even we are now as nuclear power, we are in the space programs, we are in everything. And today in Asian economies, we are one of the very robust economies, probably the fifth largest economy in the world. All this within 75 years. But there is a lot more to achieve. And I feel that if each one of us gives our best in everything that we do, a sweeper sweeps the floor to perfection, a doctor operates on the patient to perfection, a teacher teaches in the classes with perfection, a driver drives on the road with perfection, a singer sings with perfection, a speaker speaks with perfection. In every aspect of our life, if we just do our very best and strive for that perfection, I think as a nation we can achieve much more, both materially and spiritually. What is really not letting us achieve that is our sense of limitedness that we have kind of accepted for ourselves, that this is all we can do and this is enough. Last time we did this and this much is enough this time, this is enough achievement. I think that is something that I do not want our students, staff, our people, or any Indian for that matter to fall into. We must always strive to do better than what we have done before, but we must always aim at that perfection. What is the best way this can be done? Of course, within the circumstances, within the constraints that we may have. So one message that I want everybody to truly take to their heart on this Independence Day is the message of perfection. In everything that we do, let us be perfect. Let us strive for it at least. I'm sure if not today, some point in time. And that is why the university's motto is Yoga Karma Sukhaushalam. Many people ask me, Kaushalam means excellence. I said, no, excellence is the path, perfection is the goal. You must keep excelling at everything that you do so that one day you attain perfection in everything that you do. And that begins from the smallest and the last and the least person also in the institution. As I said, a gatekeeper who mans the gate must do his job with perfection. With all his sincerity, should give his very best. So also a cook in the kitchen, so also sweeper, teacher, doctor, lawyer, whoever is working in whichever field, if every Indian strives for that perfection in their own field, including the field of spirituality, I'm sure this nation will stand tall for all times to come, and all the sacrifices that were made by people to bring this independence to us so that we can have this opportunity to strive for excellence and perfection is ours. And we are not forced to do things which we do not want to do under a foreign rule. This is our privilege, and this comes with the responsibility to keep it up, and not only keep it up, but to grow and evolve from here. So to all the children, the staff, while I wish a very happy Independence Day, and I also look forward to doing much more together for the country and the world in every field, especially nutrition, education, and healthcare that we have thought of as very important areas of social service. But more importantly, I want you to progress individually, and individual progress will lead to collective societal progress, and societal progress will lead to national progress. And therefore, the ball starts rolling with each one of you, not at the top, but right at the bottom. And therefore, each one of you must strive for excellence and ultimately achieve perfection in everything that you do. And if you do not know how to do, learn from those who know. And keep pushing yourself to achieve greater heights every day, in everything. This is all, if we all do individually, I'm sure our nation has much to achieve. Let us not slip into mediocrity. Let us not settle for the lesser. Let us always aim for the high. Aim high, soar high. Low aim is crime, that is what I say. You should not think of anything low. And that begins with little things that we do. You brush your teeth, do it well. Don't do just, you don't even know when you wake up, the brush is in your mouth or your neighbor's mouth. So sleepy. We don't do it well. Do it well. Let your breath smell fresh. Perfection begins there. Let your clothes be neat. Perfection begins there. Your gait be good. Perfection begins there. You maintain and manage your affairs every day with that kind of detailing and perfection, I think that's where our nation can become great. And same thing when it applies to spirituality. You apply it to spirituality, even spiritually you will be perfect. So this is the only message that I want to convey on this day. I hope it has gone deep into your mind. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ? ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಅಗಜಬಜಿ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು ನಮಗೆ. ಹೇಗೋ ಹಾಗೋ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಭಗವಂತಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೊಳಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. I heard when we get to, this is a famous story, lot of stories were told today, so let me tell a story too. It was, I think, Michelangelo, who was a great, he was a man of multiple talents, and he was also a great painter. So up there somewhere on the ceiling of the church chapel, he was painting something with great perfection and detail. And then somebody asked, why are you doing this with such perfection and so much of pain you are taking in that corner of the chapel roof? Nobody is going to see. And he said, God is going to see. And I'm doing for God. I'm not doing it to get praise for somebody for my work. And if we develop that attitude, I'm doing for God, therefore whatever I do is perfect. So what if somebody sees or does not see? So what if somebody acknowledges or does not acknowledge? For my own satisfaction, for my own joy, I must work. Sarvam atmavasham sukham. Whatever we do out of inspiration, out of passion, for our own joy, that becomes perfect, that gives us true happiness. So let us strive for that, because one thing that is really plaguing this country is mediocrity. And I really do not like it. When I see people chalta hai attitude is there, I do not like it, because I feel that is how a nation gets destroyed. Chalta hai, British aaya to chalta hai, Portuguese aaya to bhi chalta hai, French aaya to bhi chalta hai. Then when will you get independence? Nahi hai independent to bhi chalta hai, well managed somehow. No, we should not agree to that mediocrity. We must strive for what is right, what is perfect, and each one of us must do that. And I do it every day. I try to learn. Every day I learn something new through somebody. Every day. We were in Sri Lanka, I learned something there too from people, the way they do things, the courtesy, the culture, the way they serve. That is something that I don't see in many places in India and the world. So everywhere we have something to learn from. And please learn every day and grow every day, evolve every day. The next day should be better than the previous day. And it begins with small things in life. Use this opportunity that has come your way to grow this way, which has not been given to so many children across the world, not just India. Make the best use of it, grow well, do well, and as I said, attain that perfection. Ultimately, the perfection of the self will be yours if you strive for this little acts of perfection in everything that you do. Then we will become a perfect nation in every sphere. So with this message, yoga, karmasu, kaushalam. Remember, God expects perfection but tolerates excellence. So I tolerate a lot of excellence, but I do expect perfection at all times. Let us say, Bharat Mata ki, Bharat Mata ki, Bharat Mata ki, Jai Hind.